Still trying to set up, excuse me. Okay. This is one of those famous unplanned live streams, and why not, right? We try to do Thursday nights. Sometimes I get to it, sometimes I don't. Busy living lately, but tonight is the night, 8:10 p.m., somewhere around there, so that's a good thing. I'm just still setting up so I can read your comments, and then we'll see, who's out there. One of these days, I'm going to have a set schedule on live streams, and you guys have heard that a million times, so I apologize. It's just been a very long couple of months here. What's going on with you? Come on, work. Having technical difficulties. Arthur, what's going on? Or Arthur. Sorry if I messed that up. I love technical difficulties. Start that over again. But we'll get going. We'll get going as people start signing in here. And you guys can ask any questions you may have about Tundra. Anything, really. Whatever you want to talk about. Doesn't always have to be truck related. There we go. Now we should be good. Fred, what's going on, buddy? Fred is in the house. Yes, sir. So I got myself, I should warn you, been doing less caffeine lately, and it's an awful idea. Awful idea. Leroy, what's going on? So I got a little cup of coffee here. So this may start out slow, but like halfway through, be intense. So bear with me on that one. Good evening. Newark Airport runway. All right, be safe, Jose. Cool. Have you heard anything on the hybrid engine going south? Boomer asks. If you're asking about the engine recall, I have heard of some hybrid engines having the same problem. The only reason they're not involved in the recall is because it's a safety recall. And on the hybrid, you have motive power with the battery. So will there be an extension of the recall? That's one of the rumors going on right now, but we will wait and see. I personally don't think the extension, if it happens, is a bad thing. I just wish they would get this put behind them 100%. I know for a fact they want to get this all behind them and move forward. So if they have to add more, add them, and let's go on down the road. And fun fact for you, if you want to laugh at my expense for a minute, I traded in a 2023 SR5 that had a build date of 2/23, which was the same month the engine recall ended. So mine was not part of the recall and must have been built like the second half of the month. So I traded out of that, never had a problem with that truck. That was actually one of my favorite ones of all time. I get to 1794, and it was built in early 2024. So if they were to extend the recall like the rest of 2023 and some of 2024, it'd be funny that I traded out and into something that's going to be recalled anyway. So either way, didn't work out. But as we're signing on here, what do we have? 26 people. Thank you guys for being here. I'll catch up on all your comments momentarily. Raise your glasses. Cheers to the military and emergency services of the United States and Canada. God bless all of you. God bless America. Have a sip. This is coffee, so this could be ugly. This could be very energetic halfway through, but maybe not. All right, let's get going. Let's see what people are saying. And then, guys, if you have any questions, I'm going to be very upfront with you right now. I don't have, per se, a plan with this live stream. It's not like a piece of news I came on to tell you. I just know you guys like the live streams on Thursday nights, and I wanted to give you something. So question me up, whatever you got. We could talk about some things. The new incentives are out and all that, but let me catch up on all the stuff. Continue to ask questions, but let's start here. Where's everybody coming from tonight? Where are you in the world? I am coming to you from the Garden State, New Jersey. All right, here we go. Ken is here. Ken, how you doing, buddy? And Ken, thank you for being a member of the channel. And when I say member, Ken is a paid member of Tundra Dude 34. So I thank you, sir, very much for your support. Means a lot to me, for sure. Chris, what's going on, Tundra Dude? Once again, thanks for the floor mats. Chris was one of our LASFIT winners from our giveaway we just had. Chris, you're more than welcome. Please enjoy them. If you guys want to save money at LASFIT, I have a custom code and a promo code, Tundra Dude 34, that saves you 15%. I don't have that custom code in the description of this live stream if you're watching it live. If you're watching it later, it will be there. But if you go to any other one of my videos, you will see my custom links in any other video description. Click that link and get yourself anything on the website, LASFIT, that is, 15% off using promo code Tundra Dude 34. All right. Is it Sunday morning, City says? Hey, this is a sit down and just chill, not run around the lot like we do on Sunday morning. I always try to keep the Sunday morning ones around 15 minutes. These live streams could go as long as you guys want. I don't really care. Dave says, good evening from Brownsville, Texas. How you doing? Good to see you. Jose says, how is your 1794? I still love it. I think I'm at 2,700 miles now. So the miles are kicking on pretty good there. We're driving quite a bit, going to all these dealerships. You guys know I go all over New Jersey and Pennsylvania to all these dealerships. Puts on miles. About most of them I go to, my favorite ones at least, are at least 2 hours away. So, but it's a pleasure to drive. I will say this with the new generation Tundra, if you're somebody who's in the market, I do, one of the things I stress to you is make sure you go and test drive because, some people like them, some people don't. But as per the sales numbers, a lot of you do like them. All of them have the same kind of DNA. And I say that in a positive way. My SR5 had a great driving experience, very similar to my 1794, the difference being seat comfort and features. But overall, the whole structure of the truck, the driving experience, the suspension, the frame, all of it, drivetrain, it all feels pretty much the same. And again, I say that in a good way. So if you're someone buying, a lower end SR5, you're still getting that good driving feel as something in the higher trims. They're very close. Now, if you go into like the second generation, even the first generation, depends what suspension you had on there. Most of those trucks kind of felt a little bit different. I always would say the double cab in the second gen always felt light, good throttle response, felt like it wanted to get down the road, where some Crew Maxes kind of felt a little top heavy, a little bit of the body sway going on. So again, just get out there and test drive before you spend money on anything. And if you're thinking Tundra, new generation, 2024s or even 2025s now, we're getting into some really good incentives, and it is the end of the year. So, these salesmen are going to want to move those 2024s out. All right, let me get going again here. Fred says, does your Tundra surge at low speed, say 32 miles an hour with a steady throttle? I seen the notice said in mine. No, I've never had that. Throttle's been pretty good. Nothing like that at all. Surge, I would go get that checked out though. But yeah, no, I don't have that. Boomer says, salute. I like that. I believe they should have given every Tundra and Sequoia an extended warranty, 8 years, 120,000 miles. There's a lot of talk. I was actually having a conversation, or whatever you would call it, in the comment section with someone the other day that was talking about the way Toyota responded to the recall. And, if you don't know this, there is almost 100,000 Tundras in that recall, certain production range of 22, 23 Tundras. And they could have did a lot of things. They could have did the, hey, bring your vehicle in and we'll give it an oil analysis and see if it's worthy of, any fixing. Hey, come in if it's broken. Hey, here's an extended warranty. But what they did is they're going to completely replace the engines of 100,000 Tundras. So it's not even the ones that are broken. They're just going to go ahead and replace all the engines from that time period. So I think that was a hell of a response. But the extended warranty thing, I'm not against that either. I thought that would be a good deal too, especially for the ones around it. If they extend this recall, again, rumors, nothing factual, just rumors. If they extend the recall, I would think that might be something they do. I don't know if they'll just continue to replace everybody's engine. They might. Don't know. It's a wait and see game. Joe says hybrids are blowing up now, seeing some YouTube videos on it now. So we just talked about that in the very beginning. There has been hybrids with issues. And again, it's not part of the safety recall because of motive power. All right. So that's the big difference here. Safety recall. The hybrid still has battery power to get you to the side of the road, while the regular iForce does not. So I think with potential extension of the recall, the hybrids will 100% be involved in that. Freehold, New Jersey. Boomer says St. Louis, Missouri. Hey, Freehold, what's up, buddy? I heard a rumor. I heard at DCH Freehold they have a Terra Platinum TRD off-road. Confirm that for me, buddy. Wood Doc, what's going on, Tennessee? Leroy's in Louisiana. Chris says, watching you live from good old Newburgh, New York. Close to where I grew up. I like it. I like it. How is Newburgh nowadays? Is it okay up there? Joe says, I think this motor as an owner has engine fail. Gosh darn, brutal. I'll save that. Your engine has engine fail? Oh, I get what you're saying. You might want to take that puppy in then, bro. Andrew says, I was thinking today you haven't done one of these for a bit. Now, I want to give you guys a clear picture here. Andrew, who's been a fan and a subscriber of the channel for a very long time. Thank you, Andrew. He holds me accountable for these live streams. So if I don't do any for a long time, he always hits me up and he's like, what are we doing? We doing this today or what? So, Andrew, I thought about you, buddy. You're one of the reasons I'm doing this. Steve, what's up, pal? Washington State in the house. Jeremy says, will you talk about the non-TRD off-road 3-inch lift as an accessory? What do you mean by that? The TRD 3-inch lift on a non-TRD Tundra? Is that what you're saying? And you're from Louisiana? But I will give you a rough idea. Get with me on exactly what you want me to talk about. I'll keep saying hello to everyone, and then I'll give you whatever you want. I just want to make sure I cover exactly what you want. Jose says, LASFIT doesn't offer mats for third-generation Sequoias. I'll have to look into that for you. They're always updating. They don't have mats for the 6.5-foot bed either, which I don't like because there are a lot of you out there that have the 6.5-foot bed. David C says, hello, Mark. David, how you doing, pal? I'm going to put the screen right under the other screen, so just go up and down. Here we go. Andrew says, I really want to try out the massage seats in the new 2025s. I would love to see it. I would love to see it. I'm probably going to be checking one out maybe this Sunday, so I'll get back to you on that. David C, hello. Mike says, do you have the 5.5-foot bed? Do you have a 5.5-foot bed or the 6.5-foot bed? I have the 5.5-foot bed. Brian, what's going on? Hackettstown, New Jersey, home of the M&Ms. I like it. Bubba, how you doing, pal? David's here. Dave says, I just bought a 2025 limited truck in Luna Rock. I love this truck. Should I put a mid-premium gas? The truck is tuned for regular, but you do whatever you want to do. Some people like to put super, some people medium like you. That's really up to you, but just so you know, you can do regular, fuel in there. What is that, 87? Yeah, 87 octane? Chris says, had to go to PA to get my incentives. New York doesn't offer crap. That's funny you say that because a lot of places in New Jersey, it's kind of like that too. You guys see how I walk the dealerships. There's some markups around here still, but going over the border to Pennsylvania, you start to see the great deals. I had to go to Pennsylvania for my deal, so I hear you on that. Ken says, congratulations, Dave, and I do. All right. Sean says, what's up, Mark, from St. Paul, Minnesota. Sean, how you doing, pal? Andrew says, anytime I watch the live stream, my wife goes, is that the Tundra guy again? I correct her and say, it's Tundra dude. Thank you very much. And I apologize to your wife for taking time away. And yeah, I owe you one, man. Mike says, I have the 6.5-foot bed. I'd buy a bed mat for sure. Yeah, they really got to get on that because it's not even like it used to be where it's like, oh, 6.5-foot bed, double cab. Not a lot of people buy them. The 6.5-foot bed is now offered on the CrewMax, so something they should work on there. Jeremy says, in the past, the only way to get the 3-inch lift was with the TRD off-road. Now it's available as a standalone accessory without TRD off-road package. Yes, sir. That is 100% correct. And if you go back a few videos ago, maybe a few weeks, I think the thumbnail of the video is Toyota's silent upgrade. I went and I filmed at Conacelli Toyota in Conshohocken, Pennsylvania, one of the trucks that comes with the 3-inch lift and doesn't have the TRD off-road package. So you don't need the TRD off-road package if you want that TRD 3-inch lift anymore. No more. Up until some people argue with me a little bit here, and I will clarify. Okay, so in 2022, they came out with the TRD 3-inch lift, and the only way to get it was if you went to a parts department and you ordered it, and then the dealership would put it on. Well, in 2024, they made it easier on you, and they made that TRD 3-inch lift a factory add-on accessory. So they would come to the lots ready to go with the lift on it. One thing you had to get, though, is you had to get TRD off-road. But some dealerships would still put the TRD 3-inch lift on to regular Tundras. So that gave the mindset of, oh, you could get it without TRD off-road, but not from the factory. In very, very late 2024, and now readily available, even on the build and price tool for 2025, and I guess going forward, you can get the TRD 3-inch lift from the factory without TRD off-road. All right. So some people are like, yay, that's great. Some people are like, I would get the TRD off-road anyway. Well, now you have options, and options are good. I will tell you this from some of the local dealerships around here. I'm seeing them pop up a lot without the TRD off-road now. It's kind of common, at least in my local area. They don't last very long on the lot. They come in, they get sold. Conacelli Toyota, that day I made the video I'm telling you guys to go check out from a couple weeks ago, there was a 1794, a lifted one there, gone right away. The one I filmed that I focused on, I think it was a regular SR5. So TRD 3-inch lift is available on all different types of Tundras now with that TRD off-road package not being something you need to have anymore. So if you like it, you don't care about the TRD off-road, go get it. Sip of coffee. Delicious, delicious. Let's see. I'm lost. Oh, MLT says I have my eye on a 2024 Tundra or a GMC Sierra, which would be the best. I mean, you're on a Tundra channel, so that would be hard for me. But I will say this: I have love for the GMC Sierra. I have love for the AT4. So go test drive it because those trucks feel night and day different. The new generation Tundra versus the GMC. Depends if you want that V8, if you're cool with the twin turbo V6, a lot of options there. And I will always say this till the day I'm not here anymore and someone has to take over the channel for me. Test driving is the most important thing you could do because there's so many differences in feels through all of the big three and Toyota, and while Nissan is still here, even though the Titan is discontinued. So test drive. And I always say, if you have a second gen Tundra or a first gen, but especially second gen here, and you're thinking going third gen, test drive. You have to. Because when I jumped in from the second gen into the third gen, I was confused because they are completely different. Completely different. Some people will love it, some people won't. So test driving, don't skip it. Some people go to the dealership and they don't want to deal with it. They just want to go, oh, no, I'll just buy it. I know I like it. It's cool. Test drive the freaking thing, please. They're not cheap. They're 60 grand. They're 70 grand nowadays. Test drive. Make sure you love it. Please do that for me. That's all I ask. Watch the videos, subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and test drive everything you can. That's all I ask. Let's see. Okay. Mike says, just got my second key, only took 5 months. So apparently I have a thing. I went into my Toyota app the other day and there was an alert, like a health alert for the truck. And I was like, I just got the freaking thing. Can I just get 2 weeks to a month where my Toyota app doesn't say I have some kind of TSB or recall? Because my 2023, every other day there was something popping in on it, right? So it popped up in the health alerts and I hit it and it was like, hey, second keys are now available. So it looks like second keys are available for everyone now. It's no longer one of those things like, hey, we'll give you the truck and in 6 months you'll get your key. So next time you go in for service, make sure you check your app and see if you're part of the second key delivery program. But like I said, I think that's for all Tundras. I think they have caught up with the semiconductor stuff they had going on and all that. So let's hope so. Are you going to demo a vehicle with the TRD performance package? The first one I find, mark my words, I'm going to get with whatever dealership has it, and I'm taking that puppy for a spin, and I'm going to film it, all right? Because I don't want to miss the performance package. And it seems like it's only on TRD Pro right now. I think eventually it'll go down to other trims, but Pro right now, you're going to see some seat time in that thing. I'm cool with a lot of these dealerships. I have good relationships with all of them that I go to. It's not just me showing up on the lot. So I'm going to try to use some of that to just get behind the wheel and do a test drive. I'm sure they won't mind. And before I go any further, I want to plug something for you. You see my new hat I have on right here, right? Toyota Outfitters, all right? The official apparel website of Toyota, TRD, and Toyota Racing. If you use the promo code TundraDude, all caps, one word, TundraDude, you save 25% site-wide. This is one of the new hats that came out. There's so many stuff. There's so much stuff that just came out. I got hats for days here, shirts, everything. They have camping gear, tailgating gear, apparel. They have clocks. They have everything. Go check them out. Tundra Dude, all caps, one word, saves you 25% site-wide. So if you like all this Toyota stuff I'm always wearing, it's from that website. Great partner. All right, where am I? So Jonathan, yes, I'm going to get behind the wheel of a TRD performance package for sure. Andrew said, we were in the drive-thru to get coffee the other day, and the guy behind me had a 24 or 25 Platinum TRD off-road and started yelling back and forth about our trucks. That's awesome. But my first question about what you just said, you were in the drive-thru for coffee. What company? Where were you at for coffee? And then we're going to talk, you and me. Way too late for caffeine. It's catching up a little bit already. But like I said, I've been doing less caffeine lately. So, yeah, I needed it or else this live stream wasn't happening tonight. So, sorry, I'm not going to bed till late. I'm going back through Sons of Anarchy, the show. I love that show. Absolutely love that show. But I bought the Blu-ray set. So now I'm going back through it again. Last time I saw it was when it was out live. So I've been staying up late watching all that. But a little coffee ain't going to hurt no one. Raise your glasses. God bless the United States of America. All the troops, all the emergency services, all the 18-wheeler drivers, the over-the-road guys who give us all the stuff that we need. Without them, we don't get anything. To Canada, The best neighbor ever. Cheers to all of you. God bless. I'm in a good mood today. I'm in a good mood. Let's see where we're at here. Way too late for caffeine, Chris says. Chris, I worked overnight for a very long time. Caffeine, dinner, all of that means nothing to me anymore. When I wake up to this day, I haven't been working my job that I left after 21 years to do this. I still wake up in the morning and I'm like, I could totally go for a cheeseburger, man. Like, time means nothing to me anymore. MLT says, thanks. Chad says, evening. How you doing, Chad? Good to see you. What do you know about ordering a Tundra? Can a dealership edit or customize the Tundra? Okay, so there is no customer ordering for Tundra for Toyota. They don't do that. But if you get with your dealership and you tell them exactly what you want, they could look on their allocations. They could look on some of their sister dealerships' allocations and see if they could get you as close or spot on to what you want. That's the way to do it. What I would do is, if you have a relationship with your salesman or the dealership in general, get with them, be like, hey, here's what I'm looking for, built this way. Let me know when I could get that. They have, basically can go through and look at what everybody has coming in. So they might even be able to find you one. But that's the way to do it. You got to go through dealership allocations. Do a draggy 0 to 60 and see if the performance is actually different. Will do. I think it'll feel a little bit different. It's kind of like the difference if you're going regular iForce to iForce Max. The regular iForce in the new gen, plenty fast. Plenty fast. Never once in the regular iForce was I like, I don't know, this sucks. I don't like this. It always feels fast. In the truck I have now, I've had iForce Max and iForce. You move up to iForce Max and you're like, okay, yeah, you could definitely feel the difference. This is definitely fast as well. I feel like with the performance package, it's going to be like that third step up in that, where it's going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, I feel a little bit here. The exhaust note is actually pretty cool on that new exhaust. It almost has the feeling of, don't quote me on this, but bear with me. Think Ford Raptor, how it has a very unique sound with its V6 setup. Like, when I hear that exhaust, I know right away it's Ford Raptor. This has something like that, where it's a very distinct sound on the performance package, but I definitely will do that for you, good sir. The new 3.0 Dodge motor is a rocket. Those things rip. I'm not surprised by that at all. Dodge getting rid of their V8 was one of those things that was a head scratcher for me. And that just shows you the emission standards thing. Their entire company was built on the V8. So I knew if they had to go down to the V6, or they're not even V6, right? It's inline six. They were going down to the 6. It was going to be a powerful engine. Joe says the performance package, I should say. Yes, sir, I copy. Excuse me one sec. In the microphone. Hey, I got a 24 Tundra Platinum and trying to upgrade my wheels. Can I use 35s or 37s without the lift and in stock 20 in trim? You could use the stock 20 in trim, but no way can you do 35s or 37s on the stock suspension. You would need at least the TRD 3-inch lift for that, I believe. I'm thinking of, okay, for instance, the 1794 limited edition that came out last year, okay? That had pretty much the TRD Pro lift on it. And I know someone that shoved 35 by, it was either 11.5 or 12.5 R20s on them, kept the stock wheel, but put the tire on it. And it doesn't rub, but man, it's right there. So you're going to need a little lift on there. Chris says, well, Mexico is a great neighbor too. God bless tacos. They're delicious. Blake says, Grand Junction, Colorado. How you doing, sir? 2024 1794 with TRD package. Lunar Rock. I have a spray and liner. Is there any benefit in getting a bed mat also? I had a spray in and got a bed mat too, and it was just for more grip. Some people will get it to protect the spray on. I just wanted as much grip as I could possibly get, so that's why I got it. But the spray on should do the job pretty good, I would think. But if you're feeling good with your stuff not flying around the bed with the spray on liner, skip it. If you want a little extra, grip, I guess we should say, go ahead, get the bed liner. But make sure you get it from LASFIT, my friend. Let me make sure you said you didn't say this, but if you have a 5.5 foot bed, check out LASFIT. Tundra234 promo code. Philip says, God bless America. Absolutely. I'm bitter. Nice. Says, saw the 1794 limited edition in blueprint for the first time on the road. It was gorgeous. Almost turned around and pulled into the gas station to talk to the driver about it. I'm sure that driver would have been thrilled. There's nothing better than when you're somewhere and someone comes up to you about your vehicle. It's just the way it is. It's a good feeling. But yeah, it is beautiful, and you can't get them anymore because they sold out. There was only 1,500 made. Maybe eventually there'll be some used ones out there, but right now they're all gone. Andrew says the TRD Pro exhaust doesn't fit with the automatic bed step, correct? I don't know. I don't know because it fits with the kickdown step, and they're not very different. Because the TRD Pro exhaust is the dual tip TRD. Uh, I don't know. I think you might be okay. You might be okay. Don't quote me. I don't want to make you spend money for no reason, but it fits with the kickdown step, the manual one. So I don't see, what would be super different. Coffee. It's kicking in already, though. I feel pretty good. Hiker says just took delivery from Oregon to Pennsylvania of a new fully loaded 2024 Limited TRD off-road with 3-inch lift, 6.5-foot bed in blueprint. Very nice choice. You were an integral part of my research and inspiration with your videos for months. Thanks. Hey, very happy to hear that. It's a pleasure to help you pick out what looks to be a very cool Tundra. If you could send me a picture of that to tundradude34@gmail.com, I'd love to see it. If you send me a picture of you standing in front of your truck, I will post it on my community tabs on this channel here and show the world your beautiful truck. But you got to do like a Hulk Hogan pose or something, man. All right? Got to get like the biceps in there, get something going, make it fun. Just playing. But happy to help, as always, and enjoy your truck. Dougie, what's going on, pal? David says, hi, Mark. How you doing? I had a 2024 Limited with 10K miles and just joined the crack driver's side seat. Yeah. Did you have same on your 23? I never had a problem with my driver's seat as far as the crack side. Never had it. No. Very sorry to hear you went through that. I believe that's covered, though, by Toyota. So make sure you call that in. Philip says second keys are not available. I got the second key available notification on the app. Every dealer in North Florida sent me away. No keys, all on back order. Okay, so I guess we're still in the same position. Thank you for the update, good sir. Thank you for the advice. More power to you. Hey, happy to help always. Andrew says, any mods planned for the 1794? I have a modification sitting right there that's going to be going on in a week or two. I got another mod on the way right now that should be going on as soon as it gets here. And then I got a third mod that I'm going to be ordering once those two go on, and that'll go on as soon as I get that as well, probably before the new year. So you're going to see 3 mods on the truck going forward within the next month or so. So yes, sir. I can't help myself, man. I like to buy stuff. And there are a few things. This truck is, near perfect for me, but there are a few things that I need, right? And I don't want to wait. I'm just going to do it. Bing, bang, boom, right? Ranger says, thank you for all the hard work and great information. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Thank you. Ranger Life as in Ford Ranger, New York Rangers, Texas Rangers, please let us know. It looks like you got a Ford Ranger there. The old Ford Ranger, the classic one that potentially is in your picture here, is one of the most underrated pickup trucks of all time. So I'm a fan. Blake says, used to have a 2024 Blueprint Sequoia capstone. Whoa, beautiful. It was awesome, just needed a little more towing. Blake, that's a sick ride right there, dude. I like it. Full Send, what's going on, pal? Hey, Mark, how's it going? Do you think the elections are going to impact the prices of used trucks? If so, how? Well, I guess it really depends. I mean, that's kind of one of those things where demand is what drives prices, okay? So, for instance, let's use this as an example because it's a very good example. Used prices of trucks when COVID was going on and the part shortage shot way up because there was no new vehicles to buy. So the dealerships were like, yo, this is our inventory. This is where we got to make our money. And they raised the prices to like new or above prices. It was pretty insane. Then everything started to kind of go back to normal, right? But for Tundra, May 30th, 2024, they had the engine recall. And what that did was that caused a lot of people to say, you know what? I'm not buying new gen. I'm going back to the old gen. And all of the 2021s were like coming off lease at the same time. And people were buying them up. Dealerships noticed this and they raised the prices up. You could go on Auto Trader. This is not just around me in New Jersey or Pennsylvania. Go on Auto Trader, search used Tundras, search especially like TRD Pros. You will see TRD Pros with 50,000 miles are going for right under where they were new. The demand is up on them, so the dealerships raise the prices. Supply and demand pretty much, right? also, especially with things again like TRD Pro, they hold their value so well. So that's just against the consumer on both ways. Basically, I think more than the elections, I think the way that you're going to see the used prices come back down to normal is when Toyota buttons up this new generation and has a couple model years of limited to no issues, right? And everybody's just like, no, I don't want the old gen. I want the new stuff, back to reliable, blah, blah, blah. All right. And that's when you're going to start seeing once that demand comes off the old gen, the prices will potentially come back down to normal. So I hope I explained that well, because it's a tough one. You know, that's more of like a what's my thoughts versus what is fact. I do think a lot of things are about to get cheaper, though, so that'll be nice. Steve says, been a while. Steve, how you doing, pal? Good to see you. Hello from wonderful North Illinois. Between my neighbor, two of my buddies, and me have a 13, 14, 16, and 18.57 and have 540,000 miles between the four. We're all keeping. Hold on to them, man. Nice stuff. I love it. There was a truck the other day. If you haven't seen this video, I can't remember what video it's on. It's one of my last three. I did the announcement for the giveaway for the winners. And one of the winners had a 2015 Inferno TRD Pro, and it had like almost 300,000 miles on it. I thought that was very neat because you don't usually see them with super high miles. And it was pristine, baby. It looked good. So he took care of it, man. I got to give you guys some love. Y'all send me pictures all the time of your trucks. And some of them are older with high mileage, but they look good. You guys take care of your stuff. And Toyota, old generation stuff, you take care of it, it's going to last forever. There's million-mile engines out there. You could be the next one. But just as I keep going here, I thank you all for being here. Appreciate you. Random Thursday night. It's good to see all of you. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, and if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe and talk Tundra with us all the time. We do these live streams on Thursday night every once in a while. As long as Andrew keeps beating me up about it, we'll do it more often. And every Sunday morning, we do a live stream from the dealership, and every Monday is the long-form video. And I can't wait for this Sunday. And I'm not going to tell you why yet, because I want to make sure it comes through before I say what it is. And then it doesn't happen, and I let you guys down. So just bear with me. Just make sure you're around for the dealership walk this week. Okay? Let's see. Mike says, have you ever ceramic coated one of your trucks? I did mine right away, Midnight Black Metallic, and it's a game changer with black being so tough to keep clean. I've never done ceramic coating on any of them. I hate to say this, this will make a lot of you laugh, but I don't keep my trucks long enough to worry about that, I guess. But if you're someone, you know, that's going to own your truck for a while, it totally makes sense. Maybe one day when I settle down and actually don't keep buying trucks, which I'm be honest with you, probably won't happen. I do like the trucks, and I do like to upgrade every few years. This past year and a half has been kind of an anomaly. I've been upgrading way more than usual. Like this 2024 1794, I had no intention of buying this truck. It was just because I was able to get an amazing deal on a dream truck of mine. Like, how much do I like the 1794? I'm sitting in a 1794 driver's seat right now. That's how much I wanted a 1794, so I had to do it. I had to do it. But ceramic coating, high five on that. Everybody highly recommends it. Andrew says, how's the glare on the hood with the darker colors? Windshield pearl is blinding. I don't really have a glare problem with mine, but I will be very honest with you. From day one of having my 1794, I haven't washed it yet at all. My sprinklers sprayed on it. And now if you own sprinklers in your yard, you will 100% air high five you right now on this one. The sprinklers have made this, it's like the water dries on it and you see the water droplets, but it's different than regular water. Sprinkler water, it has no, I look like I have a flat black truck at this point because of the sprinklers. So I haven't seen a glare. If it, if I clean it up, I'll let you know if it's that bad, but I don't remember it from my 2023 very much. I could see why Windshield Pro would be bad with the sparkle and everything. Mr. Bitter says, does anyone have a large rattle coming from the back or near the back glass that goes down? Do you mean now when your window's down, are you hearing rattling like the bed? Because the bed is known to have some rattling sounds. Just want to just try to figure out exactly what your sound is. Hiker says, haha, I will do that. I'll get, let's see, I'll get to it this weekend. Go get it. Or you'll get it to me this weekend. Yes, please do. Rocky says, can I sell my 2020 TRD Pro with 40,000 miles for 52 grand? I will tell you right now, I'm the one to tell you what price to sell your truck for. But if you go on Auto Trader and look, I just happened to be on Auto Trader today looking at 2021 TRD Pros, and they were going for around what you're asking with the mileage you have. So it's not completely out of the question, man. But go on there and get a good idea on it, and go to Kelly Blue Book and see what that says, and just kind of, if you're selling it privately, you could sell it for whatever you want, but that'll give you an idea of kind of your range on where you may actually end up. And thank you everyone for hitting the like button after I just said that. I appreciate all of you. It means a lot to me when you hit the like button. Oh my God. Cheers. Cheers to all of you. Let's give you guys a cheers for once. Thanks for being here on the channel. Thanks for checking out Tundras with me all the time. Thanks for looking at the new stuff that's coming down the road and talking about the classics and good stories from our years of the Toyota Tundra since late 1999. Cheers. Cheers to all of you. I didn't open the top. So cheers again. Okay, keep on keeping on here. Mr. Tuning says, good evening. Poland in the house, Maryland. You had me for a minute. How you doing, Mr. Tuning? Good to see you. All Gas, No Brakes says, hey, when will Toyota start selling TRD lift kit again? Now, what All Gas means here is there is a stop sale on the TRD lift kit if you were to go to the dealership and buy the lift to have it installed. The reason there's a stop sale, it has nothing to do with the lift itself. It's the machine they use. All right, there's something with the machine that's no bueno, and they got to all be replaced. So when that gets done, they'll be good to go. That's the only thing holding it back. It's something with the spring compressor or something. I can't remember, but it's not the kit itself. Please note. So there is no, word out there of when that'll be going again. And the way I've noticed things with how, if something is a no-go for a little while with Toyota, all of a sudden it'll just be going again without any announcement. So if I hear anything, I will most certainly let you know. Dougie Doo says, I got to go. Just wanted to drop in and say hi, getting the house ready for a victory party tomorrow evening. Everyone I know is on cloud nine after the win. Take care, buddy. Thank you so much for being here. Be safe, be well, enjoy your party. Did I see the topless 4Runner at SEMA? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Reminded me of the old days of the 4Runner, the good times. I like that. I don't think it'll ever be a production thing, but it should be. People would buy that. TRD John was going nuts over that thing, so I hope someday. He's the one that would do a crazy build on it too, so we shall see. Alexi says, traded my SR5 Crewmax 5.7, now a Ram, great trucks, bro, but I missed that Crewmax for space and traveling with family. Thank you, Mark. Bless you and America. Hey, enjoy the Ram. What did you get? Did you get the new Ram, new engine, new setup, or the last of the 5.7 Hemi? Let me know. Nando, how you doing, pal? Good to see you. Daryl says, is there OEM air suspension for Tundra or Sequoia better, or is aftermarket better option? Looking to reduce squat when towing trailer. Well, just in case you don't know, just heads up, there is load leveling rear height. If you didn't buy the Tundra yet, but it sounds like you already did, they have like an airbag setup for Tundra now. But aftermarket, if you look around, you're going to find some really good aftermarket kits if you already bought your truck. So yes, go out there, look around. There's a lot of aftermarket options. Read the reviews. There's folks on here all the time talking about, when they tow a lot, that's the first thing they do. So, but the factory kit isn't terrible. I mean, it all depends on what you're towing. If you're someone that's like, hey, 7 days a week, I'm going to tow a dump truck, and, you're going to have problems. But you're someone that tows a boat every once in a while, a camper. There's one gentleman, I actually made a video on him maybe 6 to 8 months ago, where he uses his truck to tow a trailer for his job, like a Pepperidge Farm style job, like a delivery guy. And he speaks volumes on his setup. So OEM air suspension is fine to do the job, but if you're going to use your truck for some hardcore stuff, you might want to go aftermarket. Let's see. Nando with the cheers. I like that. Bobby says the market for 2.5 generations right now is insane. They're in huge demand. So I've done some research on this. The huge demand, it's not huge anymore. If this is regular, where the second gen should be right now, and this is where it was when the engine recall happened and everyone was buying them, it's like here now. There's still a lot of demand. The prices are still up, but I think it's cooling off a little bit. But we shall see. There could be another spike. The more you start hearing about, the thing is like you go online, you go to Facebook pages, you go to Tundra pages, and you see a person have one of the engine recall problems, boom, blows up. Enough people see that. That's when you start seeing the next post say, I'm going to get a 5.7 V8. So it's all going to depend on how we go forward. But right now, slightly cooled, but still hot. Steve says in 26, 3 out of the 4 of us are going to buy 3 at the same time. They're big into Tundras, but we're waiting till 2026. What do you think about the new KO3s? I've heard good things about the KO3s. I like the KO2s. So the KO3s, following that down the road. If I was going to buy an aftermarket tire right now, it would probably be a KO3 or a Toyo. Those are my 2 options. And Steve, I hope the 4 of you guys, you and the 3, are subscribed to the channel because I'd love to have all of you. New owner of a 2025 SR5 TRD off-road, and must say, coming from a Tacoma, I'll never go back to midsize. It is nice to have a little more space in there, isn't it? I had the pleasure of having I think it was a 2024 TRD off-road Tacoma for a week to test drive. Toyota lets me review every once in a while. And I enjoyed it. But the minute I got back into the Tundra, it was like, oh my God, yes, space. I love it. So it all depends on your wants and needs. My father-in-law has a Lunar Rock 2023 Tacoma, the last of the last generation TRD off-road, and it's sweet, and I love it, and he uses it for the stuff he needs it for. But at the end of the day, I like the Tundra for the more space. I agree, and you got a little more capability with it too. But enjoy your 2025 SR5. What'd you get? Any cool packages on it? Anything fun? Mike says, I do get a little rattling in the doors from the base when rocking out. Have the JBL system, well worth the upgrade. Plan is to pull the door panels and Dynamat. I will say, Mike, I like what you just said right there, good sir. I had the JBL and some second-gen Tundras, and it left a lot to be desired. The JBL system in the new gens, pretty good. I'm very impressed. A lot more bump, and very happy with it. So I'm glad somebody else feels that way. I just bought last month's 2024 Limited TRD Off-Road Gray Metallic Color. I love it. Sounds like a great pick. Limited, guys, at the end of the day, we all look at these trucks. All right, I have no business being in a 1794, so bear with me here. Limited is the best when it comes to where everyone should be. And I mean that in the way of, especially with today's incentives and deals out there and stuff, if you're in an SR5 or you're looking at an SR5, before you commit to that SR5, you should run some numbers on the Limited, because that's where you start getting into the luxury features. Limited has always been the apple of the Tundra eye. Last generation, the first generation. At one point, it was the highest trim of Tundra. Now it's the middle of the road. But I will never say anything bad about Limited. I love the Limited. And to be honest with you, when I trade this in, it'll probably be a Limited. I was just talking to my wife on the way home yesterday, and I was saying, it's crazy. I have all these luxury features, and it's a great truck, and I love it. It's the one I always wanted. But the next one won't be a 1794. It won't be a Platinum. It won't be a Capstone, and it won't be a TRD Pro, because I'm not in my price range right now. I lucked out, and I don't know if I'll luck out like that again. So Limited, I still say, is the biggest bang for your buck. And I will continue to say that. So hit the like button if you agree. Thank you. All right, moving on. The second gen is by far the best value of used truck by a long shot right now. And that should be, because don't forget, the second gen has always had the resale value championship, man. It's like, forever. That's what it was known for. What would happen, would you happen to know what the largest tire that will fit with the 3-inch lift? If you look at the promo pictures when they announced it at SEMA, I think it was SEMA 2021, might have been 2022. They announced it. I can't remember. The picture is a red Limited, and they had a BFG KO2 in 35 by 12.5 R20. So I would say that would be the biggest you can go. There's going to be some crazy people out there that'll do some cutting and get 37s on there, but safely, without doing anything too nuts, 35 by 12.50 R20 is on that truck, so that should fit no problem. Sean says, good seeing Toyota continue to improve the third gen, but it seems each time newest year comes out, it's a different truck. Kind of makes the prior years seem old and missing big features. Makes it a hard time to buy. What do you mean by that? Rephrase that for me. Let me just try to read this again. Good seeing Toyota continue to improve the third gen, but it seems each time the newest year comes out, it's a different truck. What do you mean by that? Please explain. Good to know, Mark. Thank you. Bobby, I'm here for you, dude. I'm here for you. My entire life is researching Tundra, so let me share that, Arvin says, I love my 2024 limited Midnight Black. The only problem I have now is whether or not to change the 20-inch wheels for aftermarket 18-inch wheels and get some KO3s. When you say 24 limited, do you mean TRD off-road? Do you mean Nightshade or regular limited? And then we'll make a call on those wheels. Let me know. Andrew says, I think we need you to take your grill behind you and hold it up next to Mudbath when you find one on the lot. I will do that. I will do that. I mean, maybe you get one in my driveway for like a review or something. I don't think I'm going to carry the grill to my lot. Nightshade, I'd keep the wheels, Arvin. Get the KO3s, but keep the wheels, man. Nightshade wheels are sweet. If it was the regular limited, I'd be like, yeah, let's go look at wheels. But I like those, man. Nightshade, listen, here's another thing you're going to hear from me. Here's how nuts I am. I was at Koch 33 Toyota in Easton, Pennsylvania. When did I make that video? Time, it's gone for me. I have no concept of it anymore. Within the last month, it was where I saw that Solar Octane TRD Pro, the used 2023 for sale. When I was walking around, mind you, I'm like at that point a month into a brand new 1794, right? I'm walking through and the 2025s are starting to hit the lot. And I see this Nightshade Lunar Limited. And I filmed it and did what I had to do. And it was the apple of my eye, but I kept going. Once I was all done, I did that side lot. I came over, I did the finishing product. I did my shorts. I did the pictures I had to have, all the production stuff I have to do to make Monday possible. My wife sometimes comes with me to the lot, right? She's a big book reader. She reads. She's on pace to read 52 books this year. Big reader. So she'll jump in the car. We'll talk, have coffee on the ride. Then she'll read while I go do my thing. Great wife. I come back to the car to drop off something. And she's like, oh, you're ready? You all done? I was like, I got to go over there for a minute. And I just went over, no camera, no phone, no pictures, no mic, nothing. And I just stared at it. And I was like, I want this. I just got a 1794 and I'm over here staring at a 2025 limited Nightshade. Why? Because everything about the exterior of that truck is beautiful to me. The wheels look good. The body color in black, $450 appearance package on a limited, sold. Lunar, you guys know I love Lunar. Some of you like it. Some of you call it baby poop and baby throw up. I love it. And with a package like Nightshade, where everything is body color and blacked out, meant to be. And I go back to the car and she's like, what are you looking at that for? She knows. She knows. She's been around long enough to know I have a big problem on my hands when it comes to Tundras. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, 8.5 years of this channel. But Arvin, I'm sorry to go long on you there, but I love the Nightshade. And I don't want you to change those wheels, pal. So get the better tire. Tire, I'm in, but no wheels. Keep them. I'm going to check in on you every once in a while. Andrew says, predictions for 26 special color, maybe underground. I want underground so bad. But I also, I've been talking about this a lot lately. They got to start expanding their color palette. We need some good colors again. Everything's just so muted now. Like Solar Octane's gone. I hate that Solar Octane's gone. Lunar's going to be going. I just have a feeling because of the way they do TRD Pro colors. They're just, Cavalry Blue would be great. Yes, Bobby, my man, I agree, bro. Cavalry Blue would be amazing. Bring it back. We need some bright stuff. I understand black, white, and gray is on every lot we go to, but throw me a bone, man. Bring me back Cavalry Blue. You know, keep Lunar. I don't know. Darren says, TRD Off-Road Grill is much better than Nightshade Grill, just my opinion. I like the TRD Grill a lot. I'm a fan. Somebody asked if I was going to go to the Pro Grill on this one here. I actually like the grill that I have, the TRD Grill, and it's in the gray, in the high trims, the TRD Grill Platinum 1794. It's like a shiny gray almost like a sparkle gray. I like that. One thing I'm annoyed about with the new generation Tundra, with upgrades, if I wanted to go TRD Pro Grill in the old generation, now that's a 2016 grill, so that's before Toyota Safety Sense. All I had to do was take the grill off and the top part and put that on, done deal. Even when Toyota Safety Sense came, same thing. You just got to make sure the sensor is recalibrated right and all that. Cool. The new one, if I want to go to the TRD Pro Grill, I have to go buy marker lights and I have to buy a light bar or else it doesn't look right. So it's not just replacing the grill. You got to spend a lot of money then. So I'm never going to the TRD Pro Grill. That's too much. I don't need the marker lights and I don't need the light bar. So I'm going to keep the TRD Off-Road Grill. But I agree with you, sir. TRD Off-Road Grill is sweet. You see how the coffee kicks in? And I just ramble. I'm doing the weave. Isn't that what they call it when you talk? about like many things and then get back to the point. I guess that's my whole life. Let's see. Erwin, what's up, buddy? Erwin says, good evening. Erwin is another paid member of the channel, so I want to thank you, Erwin, so much for contributing to Tundra Dude 34. I appreciate it very much. I want you to know, with what you give me every month, I buy a Snickers bar, and it's delicious every time. I'm just kidding. Calvary Blue, would love to see it back. Absolutely. Mike says, bring back Voodoo Blue. There's another great color there. Shouldn't have got rid of Solar Octane. At least give me one or two colors that are fun. Here's a question I want all of you to answer. There's 65 of you on here right now. Do you remember when they had the Lime Rush color on the TRD Pros, but it was only on the 4Runner and the Tacoma? Would you have liked Lime Rush on the TRD Pro Tundra? People said that's too bright. Kind of agree with them, but I want to hear what you guys say. Let's see where I am. Lost again. They bring Calvary Blue. I'm trading my Windshield Pro Platinum in for it ASAP. I hear that. Voodoo Blue on the 3rd gen. Sold. I'll buy a dozen, says Chris. And then you got to go buy all those LASFIT mats again, buddy. Steve says, all the 2.5 radios suck. Toyota actually put my 3rd one in out of warranty, just the way it is. I liked the 2020 Pro I had the Entune 3.0 system. At least the system, as far as user-friendly, was a lot better. I never had an issue with my head unit, but I know some people have. Let's see. Arvin says, I'll just change my grill to the TRD Pro, but I just kept the light bar off. I'm doing the Raptor lights. Arvin, do me a favor, buddy. TundraDude34@gmail.com. Send me a picture of the way your truck looks like without the light bar. I just want to see if it looks the way I hope it does. So please send me that picture if you don't mind. Erwin says, I was supposed to be at SEMA tomorrow. No go? Well, good news. New York International Auto Show. It's happening, right? The auto shows are around the country. And they always have some of the SEMA stuff I always notice every once in a while. So there you go. Chris says no. Darren says no to the Lime Rush. Agree that it's too bright on the Tundra, says Sushi. Yes, everyone is agreeing with that. No. Yes, one, I don't even know that amount. You got a lot of 10 billion% on a Tundra for Lime. That's crazy. Erwin says bring back Inferno Red. Absolutely. Mike says Lime Rush might have been too much, especially on the 3rd gen. I agree. Sure, on the Lime, why not? I think the problem would be they'd have to make like a limited number because they know a lot of people wouldn't care for them. Or make like your first month of making new year Tundras that year, make like a handful of them and then see how it goes for like, the second time you're going to start making them again. Before Toyota, we had a 2000 Chevy 2500 Cargo in Lime. That must have been something fun, huh? That must have been something. Yeah, I don't mind. Listen, I like Blueprint, but I would definitely like a lighter blue color. Calvary Blue would work for me just fine. I like Supersonic Red, but it needs to be more readily available. A nice green. They got rid of Army Green. Why would you get rid of Army Green, man? And I know Army Green is another one of those like, natural outside colors or whatever they always say. But in certain lights, Army Green was super bright and it looked great because it has that flat non-metallic look to it. So when the sun's all over it, it looked amazing. Let's see. Steve said, oh no, I already said that. Darren says Speedway Blue is my all-time favorite color. There you go. Joe says, I would like to see a forest green with light tan interior TRD Pro with 500 horsepower would be great. Well, good news, Joe. That TRD Performance package gives you a heck of a lot of horsepower there. I think it adds 40 or so. What's my email again? I'll send a pic. TundraDude34@gmail.com. Chris says, Scion used to do release series, limited runs in colors. Tundra should have the same thing like that with the Lime Rush, Inferno Red, Solar Octane, all the loud colors. I don't know if you guys have been around the channel long enough for this. Some of you will, some of you not. I used to have a Scion FRS as a secondary vehicle, as a fun little Sunday car. They, at the time, I almost bought it. I can't remember the name of the color. It was a Scion FRS Release Series 2.0, but the color was called Lunar something. And it was like an off-white. Man, that car was sick. It had better wheels. It had the push-button start. It had some upgraded stuff in it. That color was so nice. I always liked the Scion FRS. I know they're still around, not Scion anymore, same idea, 8.6 or whatever, but the best part about the Scion FRS, it was a pretty basic car, and it wasn't, $50,000 like they are now. They're not really that expensive. Let's see. Brian says, I travel around the country for work and would like to know where the best dealership or region to get the biggest discount on a 1794 Platinum or Capstone. Brian, how you doing? Um, that's a tough question to answer because I don't travel around. But from what I've seen, I have to say Pennsylvania is one of them. That's where we do a lot of the dealership walks. I went to Conacelli Toyota in Conshohocken, Pennsylvania, and got 7,000 off on a 1794, which those discounts will probably still be there and even better now because we're getting closer to the end of the year and they have heavy inventory. That's kind of the secret of the pros. You got to look for the dealerships that have the heavy volume. If they have a lot of Tundras, they're the ones that are going to be wanting to move them. If you want me to set you up with my salesman at Conacelli and see what you can do with him, I'd be happy to. You just have to email me at tundradude34@gmail.com and I will give you the information. His name is Ryan Hood. I have nothing but good things to say about Ryan Hood. And because you're on the live stream here with me right now, I will tell you, I'm working with Ryan Hood to buy my wife a new car right now. So feel free to hit me up. Any of you, really, if you're looking to get any kind of Toyota and you're looking for the best discount that you can get as far as the people that I actually work with and can speak for. Lunar Storm? I don't think it was Lunar Storm. That doesn't feel right. I don't know. Maybe you're right. But anyway, email me, tundradude34@gmail.com, and I will give you Ryan's information to hopefully get you guys a great deal. Many of my subscribers have used Ryan now. There's been at least 7 of you that have bought trucks from Conacelli since I bought mine. And they have nothing but good things to say, so that's good. All right, here we go. I'm behind here. Cameron says, hey, man, first time here. Been watching your videos for a while now. Probably purchasing a 2024 Limited this weekend and was wondering if you had any range of sale price I should be looking for. 10% off SRP, 10% off MSRP, for example. Cameron, first off, thanks for being here. Welcome aboard. Thank you for watching. 2024 Limited. Solid, bro. I don't know. That's a tough one. I would look for, I'll give you a for instance. I'll give you an actual for instance here. At that Conacelli Toyota dealership, they have a Blueprint a Blueprint Limited TRD Off-Road, fully loaded. Limited premium package, limited power package, JBL, Pano roof, TRD Off-Road, fully loaded. The price on that, I think, is $66. I would be shooting to get down to like 58, 59 on that. Don't think you're going too low because it's the end of the year, right? So all of these deals are happening. It just depends on the location you're at. There are dealerships in New Jersey that wouldn't give $1,000 off. And there's other dealerships in New Jersey that'll give you $5,000 off. And then I go over to Pennsylvania and they're giving $7,000, $8,000 off. So it just depends. You got to do your research and look around. It looks like you have something set up. But don't be afraid to go as low as you can. Worst thing they could do is say no. So if you have a price in your mind, especially if the truck has been sitting there a little bit, might be able to score yourself a great deal. It's a 2024. They're going to want to get them things off the lot. 2025s are coming in full effect now. I mean, that's a fact. We're seeing more 2025s and 2024s, at least around me. So please, Cameron, if I could ask you one thing, keep me updated. I want to hear how that goes for you, pal. I'm going to go down to your comment because I see you popping in. Wow, okay. I'm really looking for almost fully loaded Limited with the 3-inch OEM lift. I'm in the Pacific Northwest, so I think our prices might be, yes, you know what? Yes. From what I've seen, pretty much the West Coast, California, Washington, Oregon, all that, the prices are a lot higher than the stuff I'm talking about right now. But you could look around your area, but use things like Auto Trader. And if you need any help, I mean, I don't know how you feel about like shipping. I don't know how you feel about flying in and driving home, whatever. I'll see what, I can help you with any way I can. I have a couple people around the country that, I talk to for Tundra reasons that work at lots and stuff like that, whatever I could do. Not much in your area, but more like by me, of course, the South to Texas, up to like Michigan, Illinois, that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, go give it a try and see what you can do. This is the thing about good prices that I always like to say to people. It's not really, if you go online and say, hey, is this a good price? People will eat you alive. I've learned that firsthand. Whatever's comfortable for you is what, you should be looking for. If this number works and you could get that number, that's a win. Done deal. It's really all about your wallet, my friend. But please keep me updated. I wish you nothing but the best. Let me go back because I'm lost here. Bobby has donated $10 to the channel. Bobby, you're the man. He says, thank you for all you do, Mark. We appreciate you out here. And I appreciate you very much. Thank you very much for the donation. I promise I won't spend that on the new delicious chicken Big Mac. If you haven't had one, you better hurry up and get one because they're going away. Better than the regular Big Mac. Mike says, what was your first car, Mark, and what was your first Tundra? Oh, my God. I wish you were around a lot longer, Mike, because when we used to do these live streams back when I first started, we used to talk about that a lot. My first car was a 1996 Dodge Neon Coupe, all right, the two-door, which was kind of rare, and it had paint cancer. It was white. And you know what I did to it, bro? You guys can laugh at me for this one. This is funny. I put a body kit on it. I put a carbon fiber hood on it, carbon fiber exhaust, carbon fiber mirrors, and I painted it orange. So it was orange with black accents. I have pictures. I'll find pictures. Let me just see if it's right in this top drawer real quick because I want you to see it. Hold on. Please hold. It might be sitting right here. I know I have pictures of something somewhere. See what we got. See if these are the pictures. Let's go. Let's have some fun. Let's hope it's in this. If it's not in this, I'll look for it and I'll bring it back to you. You want to see what I look like in 2003? Speaking of chicken Big Mac, right? A little skinnier there, no? That was 2003. I am, of course, in the Kyle Petty stuff. All right. Let me find this real quick. Okay, found it. This is terrible. Oh, can't wait to get made fun of. This is going to be great. See if I can find a closer picture than this. No, this will be it. All right, you ready? This was my first car. That was my first car. And to be honest with you, it was actually pretty cool. And this was 2001 or 2002. This picture was taken. So Dodge Neon Coupe, painted it orange, and that's Mako. And I ended up getting like the better Mako paint job. I don't know at the time what it was called. There was like the presidential one that was like $200. That one was like $1,000. By the time I drove from the Mako back home, it was already chipping off the front. And I brought it back in and they told me, oh, the body kit doesn't count as part of your warranty. They never like primed it or anything. It was a mess. Let me see if I want to go through this and see if I can get a better picture. Here's what it looked like. Oh, no, that's not it. They're kind of blurry. This was the front before the carbon fiber hood. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. It was called the Blitz kit. A little Mako action for you there. That was the front. This was the back. I had those tail lights. I can't remember what they were called. Altezza, something like that. But, you know, it was a fun little car, man. It was fun. I was 18, and I went to work, and, man, I spent every dollar I had on that car. I love that thing. I bought the Haynes book on it and just studied completely on that car and was able to just, you know, do modifications to it, engine stuff. Never took that thing in for service, did everything myself. It was a lot of fun. And that was before all the computer crap of today. But I did live in Seaside at the time. That was Seaside Park. Good call on that. Yes. Yes, that was my parents' house. Cheers. Cheers to the Neon. It was a great car. It went about 170,000 miles before it crapped out. I bought it at 98,000 miles. That was my first car. The second part of that question, what was my first Tundra? 2007 Toyota Tundra SR5 double cab base model, silver sky metallic. I had the 6-seater. I had the column shifter, steel wheels, or whatever you would call them. Maybe not steel wheel, but the lowest grade of wheel. It had nothing in it. 4.7 V8 engine, because if you remember, the 4.7 lasted till the end of 2009. And then in 2010, they got the 4.6. I think I paid $32,000 for that first Tundra, brand new. That was a fun one. But the only reason I got that is because, well, the Neon went out, and then I got a Toyota Tacoma. That was my first Toyota Tacoma. And that went to 200,000 miles, and then that had all sorts of emissions problems. It was just at the end. And that was a pre-runner. That was a 4-cylinder, 2-wheel drive truck. And then I got my first Tundra, and it's cruising ever since. Great question, Mike. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you making me, get out the neon pictures, which I haven't seen in a very long time. Chris said, had XB release series, Gold Rush Mica release series. Love the loud colors. I like that. Andrew says, I've seen 6 to 7K off of limited and platinum for 2024s. There you go. Lunar Storm FRS. I still can't remember if the name. Thank you. Love the channel. Hey, thank you for being here. Shout out Bobby B. Mark can afford a few Snickers bars now. I'm trying to lay off the Snickers. I'm trying to get jacked again. That's what I'm trying to do. I eat 1 meal a day now. I've been doing that since June 3rd. I've lost 35 pounds, 35 pounds. So that's the way. That's kind of why I'm lessening the caffeine too. I'm doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, Let's see. Thanks, Andrew. What is the missus looking to get? CB Man says. We are looking at a few different options, and you guys more than welcome to join in and let us know what you're thinking. We now have a 2023 Highlander XSE, all right, all-wheel drive. Love it. It's getting, okay, so you guys know I'm a big lease fan. I like to lease. My wife needs to buy a vehicle because she drives far to her job every day. She's a teacher. So we bought it in February, or leased it in February 2023. She's already at the point of being at her mileage. And we are like halfway through. And we could keep going. And then at the end, you could just be like, hey, I'll buy a new car if you don't care about the being over miles, But I'm working on it now because the deals, again, are very good right now. A few things we're looking at. One is a RAV4 all-wheel drive XSE hybrid. One is the Land Cruiser. And when I say Land Cruiser, it's probably would be like the 1958, but I'm still hoping to score one of the better ones, hoping that Conacelli gets desperate enough to make that deal happen because I don't want her payment to go up. But yeah, that's really where we're at right now. There's a Calvary Blue XSE hybrid that we've really kind of focused in on. It's fully loaded and everything, and it would be perfect. But we're just, haven't really started working hard on the numbers, but there has been some back and forth tossed around. We almost got something going at the end of October, and now I'm like, let's just wait until Christmas. Like, let's get the best possible deal we can and go from there. The Cruisers are really nice looking and cool in person. I had the pleasure of driving one around for a week that Toyota gave me to review. If you want to go see those videos, go back to like August. And the wife and I loved it, man. That thing is sick. All right, here we go. Oh, let's see. Yes, Andrew, all good. Wow, okay, I'm really looking for, I'm so lost. Oh, no, okay. Wow, okay, I'm really looking for the almost fully loaded. I read that before. Arvin says, sent. I went to DCH Freehold and got 8K off. Solid, dude. DCH, way to go. Freehold Mall, my favorite. Cameron says, thank you so much for the info. Anytime. Chris says, if Mark got his dream Tundra, Cameron, you could get yours. I like what you said there, Chris. Way to go. You got it, brother. Happy to check back in. Please do. Probably going to stay local just because here in the Northwest, Toyota is offering 2 free season passes to my favorite ski resort. That's how they get you. Yeah, man. Keep us updated. I got the Better Mako package. That's what I was saying before. There's like 6 different packages you could get as far as paint jobs. I know Better Mako. Give me a break. Looks cool. Oh, you like the neon. Good. I remember the neon commercials from the 90s. They were great. Yeah. And it's funny. Here's a fun fact of the time period. The neon was like a little sleeper when it came to like the competition of the time because the Civic had like 90 horsepower. The neon had like stock 130. So it was kind of that like, yo, get this in like an RT stick shift. You'd be good to go. Erwin says, looks like you lived in Seaside. Yes. I'm originally from Edison, New Jersey, now in Las Vegas, Nevada. There you go. Las Vegas. Gotta love it. You're stealing the Oakland A's. Andrew says you should check out the Crown. Super nice and classy inside. She wants an SUV, right? That's a must. So the Cruisers are really nice. Yep. Gilmar says, hi, Mark. What do you think? What do you think of the 1794 limited edition? I love it. I love it. I wish I could have afforded it. I got numbers run on it, but the numbers were way out of my price range. They weren't given those crazy deals like they were on the regular 1794s. Checking some good prices on 2023, but I'm still a little bit concerned about the engine recall. Can I ask you question, Gilmar, why not 2024? Why not later 2024? Because the deals are so good now. You might be able to get something newer. I would just super research around on that before you make a decision. Jose says, got a 2025 Sequoia 1794 Celestial Silver. Dude, send me a picture. I want to see it, man. Congratulations. It's got to be one of the first. tundradude34@gmail.com. Send me a picture. I want to see it. Have my daughter in a 23 RAV XLE front wheel drive. She loves it, and so do I. When we visit her at school, very nice, very nice. Yeah, the RAV's the step that we need to go. Highlander, we don't need that much space. We don't need the third row, so we're just gonna trim it down a little bit. Get her a hybrid because of all the distance she drives to work. I mean, the Highlander does great on fuel. Like we have the little, 4-cylinder turbo, 2.5 liter. It drives great. It's powerful, but the RAV will be fine. And then if she doesn't like it, we'll get her something else next time. She doesn't really care. That's the thing. The 90s, early 2000s were a different time, a great time. Andrew says, my wife and I are waiting for her Grand Highlander Platinum to come in. Could be an option. I looked at the Grand Highlander. It's just a little bit out of the price range, but that would be something, man. I would really like it. I love the way they look. I've seen one on the lot before, but never paid attention to it. When we were at Turnersville this past Sunday, there was one that we actually focused on, and I really liked it. So always an option for that too. Joe says, I had a Z24 with 140 horsepower out hunting racers in the 1989 first car. Had a catback exhaust, old memories. Yeah, man. It was just different. I don't know, messing around with the cars and, ordering. I remember eBay Motors was my favorite place in the world. Going and buying something and coming in and taking the time, throw the music on outside in the driveway and install. That's where my love of installing came from, man. We used to do some fun stuff out there, man. Cold air intakes and all that stuff. And we did a suspension once, which was absolutely terrible and did not go well. We did a lot of stuff. Track bars. Man, I can't even remember some of it. I put a spoiler on. Few spoilers on. One in that picture where it was the body color spoiler. One that was one of those big Fast and Furious looking spoilers. The tail lights, the headlights, the bulb changing, the whole units, the third brake light change out, full exhaust work, interior stuff, seats. Yeah, we did. Man, I wish I had more pictures of that car. There wasn't phones like there are today. So just going through the old memory banks. I got these still pictures, old school, hey mom, bring your camera out here real quick kind of thing. But man, we did some fun stuff back then, and I do miss tinkering around on the car. I read top to bottom 15 times. Do you remember the Haynes books they used to have? I read those so hardcore about the Neon. I knew that thing inside and out when I owned it. I also remember when I went to go visit my friends and it blew up on an uphill mountain in Westchester County, New York, to Chris, who will know this very well, right on, Bear Mountain, Chris, right? Got the goat trail that goes from Bear Mountain Bridge down to Peekskill. It happened on there, which there are not many places to pull over on there. And yeah, I blew a water pump. I blew a few things that day, and yeah, I had to get that towed in. I tried to drive it after things were blowed up on it. That didn't work very well. There was stuff all over the road, smoking. Good old Dodge. Daimler Chrysler Dodge stuff. But it was good times. I still love that car. I always will. I don't know what happened to it. I sold it to someone that I knew on a third or fourth degree and never heard about it again. But it was a fun car. Fun little. I paid $2,000 for it in 2002, right as I graduated high school. Bought my first car. Oh, man. Oh, that was the other thing. So, Bobby, you said that car stereos were the thing, dude. We were swapping stereos and speakers and bezels around them and gauge cluster bezels. And oh, my God, it was such a crazy time, dude. It was so different than today. And I always say that to my buddy that you guys are going to meet. I'm going to have a friend named Anthony on one of my videos. I need a second pair of hands to do an install I'm going to do. And Anthony is young. We golf together. I've known him for a long time. He's young, but he has that mindset, old school mindset, loves to tinker on cars. He has a 4-liter a 4-liter 6-cylinder Jeep that he does all his own work to. He's old school like that. So feel free when he's on, ask him any questions you want. But I always tell him when we're talking about cars and working on cars, and he has a Miata that he works on the side that he got from a junkyard, and he's building back up, and it's awesome. But I always tell him, like, back in the day, it was so much more fun when there wasn't computers plugged into everything, right? Of course, you had a little ECU and the fuse boxes and whatnot, fine. But it was more mechanical then, so it was a lot easier to work on. Like, you wouldn't take something off and screw up 9 different things like you would today. It was just a lot simpler. And that's why the Neon was so much fun. And I actually looked at old things online the other day. Like, I came across a Neon and I started to look through pictures and saw the picture of the engine, which was like a 1 point something liter 4-cylinder. Yeah, but brought back a lot of good memories, and that was a fun car. And my real love for working on cars came from that Neon. Without that Neon, you probably don't have Tundra Dude 34, because that's where my love of doing more with cars. Like, I was a NASCAR fan before that, but my love of, like, physically, doing the tinkering came from that Dodge Neon. So cheers to the Dodge Neon. A cheers to all of our first vehicles. Feel free to tell me in the comments, what was your first vehicle? And I'm sorry to take you down memory lane. We're not even talking about Tundra. My apologies. A cheers. A cheers. All right, let's keep going. I'm way behind. We're way over an hour now too, right? What are we? I'm getting all these comments coming in. There's been a problem on YouTube lately. They had like a global issue, and my videos weren't getting pushed out like they normally do, and the comments weren't the same, and it happened like out of nowhere. And it looks like something's fixed, because I'm getting comments at it like crazy right now. So I apologize. What about the Lexus route? The RX is pretty nice too. Yeah, it all comes down to price though. You see, the thing is this: I have no problem spending money on cars. I'm a big car guy, right? She's the one that doesn't care about material things at all. So there has to be a happy balance. That's where we're at. I would get her whatever she wanted. And I've said Lexus before, and she's like, no, I'm good. So Toyota financing is offering 2.99% for 60 or 72 months. Do you think Toyotathon will bring lower financing? Sorry if this has been asked already. No, I like your question. So that's for 2025 Tundras. If you are looking 2024 Tundras, it's 1.99% for up to 72 months. I don't know if it'll get any better than that for 2025 and 2024. That's kind of low. But I mean, if you see something you really like, you might want to, start working on it now. If you see stuff that, I'll wait a little, then go ahead and wait. But we're really close to the end of the year. You're in November. So it's probably not going to get much better in 1 month as per APR incentives. But if you go in and work a deal, they might be more desperate, like, off the APR and stuff like that. I always tell people APR is a great way to get some kind of, financing to start with or whatever. But going in and trying to get that deal from the dealership, for instance, when I wanted the 1794, it wasn't like there was a big sign on the door that said $7,000 off 1794. I had to work for that. So go in and start negotiating. That's the best thing you could do. T-Dub says, what about when you could buy Auto Trader magazine at a gas station? There you go. I see, this is the thing, and I won't go back into this. We won't go nostalgic all night. It's like CD players. I was filming a 2019 Tundra. If you didn't watch my last dealership walk video, I did something stupid in it, and I might go back and fix it and make a standalone video of it. At the end of the dealership walk video, they had a 17, 18, and 2020 Toyota Tundra in a row. And those are 3 years where big things changed. And I was able to film them. And it's at the end of the video. And I feel like a lot of people didn't know that the filming of the second gen was on the end of that video. So go watch my last dealership walk video from Turnersville Toyota. It's like 3 videos ago. Go check it out and watch those trucks at the end. Reason I bring it up: the last year for the CD player in the Tundra was 2019. I had like 500 plus CDs in this giant book that I would have in my truck at all times. And I understand technology. Oh, you just go on your phone or Pandora or whatever. Great. I don't need that kind of technology. I like CDs. It's the same way I feel about, I told you guys earlier in the stream, I bought Sons of Anarchy, the whole thing on Blu-ray. I could have just went on my TV and bought Sons of Anarchy and just watched it on my TV. I like the physical nature of buying things, like CDs, like Blu-rays, like discs. I don't know. Technology and me were weird, I like technology, but I don't need the best thing ever. I kind of like the old school stuff more. That's just me. I don't want stuff to be too convenient, you know? Erwin says, I'll age myself. I used to cruise seaside in the summers during the 80s. I remember IROC Zs, 5.0 Mustangs, the Trans Am. Yep, dude, I hear you. I actually found a video on Instagram the other day of someone filming with like a camcorder, 1990, driving down the strip in Seaside Heights. And it made me laugh because, yeah, it's different, but it's the same, you know? Andrew says, I switched out my radio in my '05 Scion XB with zero clue on what to do. Good times. You just figure it out, though. Nowadays, I would be afraid to figure certain things out because of all the things you can mess up. Corey says, I got a whopping $1,500 off my SR5 TRD off-road in Honolulu, Hawaii at the end of September. Corey, what's going on? Hawaii, I'm very jealous. But yeah, deals in Hawaii, not so much. 1,500 is probably very good because I had talked to a few people in Hawaii as far as, you know, they're trying to look for Tundras and stuff. There's just not a lot of deals because there's not a lot of inventory. So I would high five you and say that transmitted to the mainland US is probably like a good 6-7K off because we have all the inventory here. So I'm not saying that's a bad deal. I'm saying that's a good deal, buddy, and enjoy it. And enjoy Hawaii. A little jealous of you. The wife and I always talk about going to Hawaii. Andrew says, '05 Chevy Silverado in metallic gray. Lots of good memories. My dad still drives it. 200,000 plus miles on it. I love it. I saw, yes, Cameron. I don't know if your region is different, but yes, in my area, it is 1.99% for up to 72 months on 2024s. Reasonable Paul, how you doing, pal? Good to see you. I'm glad you got the notification. You got it after we've been on for 82 minutes, but man, you got it. There's something wrong with YouTube for me lately. I saw a global issue thing come across and it said there's something wrong with the view counts. And ever since then, my comments weren't right and it wasn't pushing out to the subs. So I don't know what's going on, whatever. Let's see. Auto Trader is the greatest magazine of all time. Yeah, absolutely. And I use Auto Trader today online. I love it. 1970 Camaro Rally Sport Red 4-speed Hurst 354 barrel. See, now we're just getting, this is just going to be fun now because we're talking about the old times, right? BC says first car in 1969 Mustang Mach 1. Nice. With 351 Windsor 4-barrel, metallic blue, B&M shift kit. Woo! Here I am talking about a 96 Neon and you guys are bringing this good stuff to me. I always wanted a 1971 Dodge Charger RT. I have not given up that dream. Maybe one day, right? Cameron says my first car was a 71 Ford Torino 500 station wagon with the 351 Cleveland. Hey, way too much car for a 16-year-old, but boy, do I miss it. Went to an 87 Toyota pickup after that. That's unreal. That's amazing. Great story. How come some TRD Pros come with the red TRD upper control arm? How much better are they from the black upper control arm? 2024 and up, all TRD Pros should come with the TRD upper control arm. 2023 and back, you won't see that. So TRD Pro should have 2024 and up, so 2024, 2025, upper control arm that says TRD, and it is in red. Andrew says, I've been looking at first-gen Tundras lately just for a daily. Why not? Just do it, man. Mark, when the Tundra has TRD package, what do you get? So if you're talking TRD off-road package, you get, if it's an SR5, an 18-inch wheel and tire package. If it's limited, 1794 or platinum, a 20-inch TRD wheel and tire package. You get the Bilstein suspension. You get a little skid plate, not the TRD skid plate. It's a different one, but there is a smaller skid plate that comes with TRD. You got the TRD grill up front. You get locking rear diff multi-terrain select, crawl control. You get yourself a red TRD push button. You get the sport pedals, a TRD shifter, the TRD emblem on the back or on the sides of the bed. Did I say Bilstein suspension? I think I did. I think that's it. I said TRD grill, wheel and tires, locking rear diff multi-terrain select and crawl control. I know I said that's the most important part. I think that's it. Yeah. The big difference is the 20-inch wheel or the 18-inch wheel. SR5 is 18-inch wheel, and limited 1794 and platinum are the 20-inch TRD wheel. Like the 20-inch one more, personally. So that's that. I still got coffee. I thought I'd be drinking it a lot more. So hey, if you didn't hit the like button yet, please hit the like button. It helps. It helps so more people can join the channel and talk this old school stuff we've been talking about all night. I like the nostalgic talk every once in a while. Head My Way says, darn, just noticed that you are live. Just wanted to let you know that the LASFIT bed liner for my truck fits like a glove. Best liner I've seen. Hey, thanks for being here. Know I love you. And yeah, I've been live now for almost 90 minutes. Yeah, we just kind of stayed on. We had a nice conversation going. This was a very laid back live stream. I love it. We should do more laid back live streams like this. It's kind of like we're just hanging out around a table right now. Just fun. Good time. Andrew says, any plans for merch? I'd buy a TRD 34 hat and Calvary Blue myself. I really should get up on the merch more. I have a Teespring, and I started to take the shirts off of it because some folks were complaining about the quality of the shirts. I left mugs on there. There might be a shirt or two, but yeah, I don't know. I'll get on it. I should get on it. I'm almost 50,000 subs. I should probably have some good merch. You're right. I do have this, and I actually bought like 10 of these, right? So this is the one you guys see me wear. Speaking of my 1794 love, I got these hats made in like 2018 or 2019, and I got this in this color because of my love for TRD Pro. I wanted it to be as close to the TRD, not TRD Pro, 1794. I wanted it to be as close to the seats as possible. But maybe I'll get more of those made if there's enough people who want them. If I find the truck, oh wait, T-Dub says, old school, I used the Chilton manual back in the day. Okay, that's old school. T-Dub says, here's a quick Tundra question. Which Tundra doesn't get the automatic front air dam? If you go TRD off-road, you're not going to get the front air dam. I'm not sure if it's offered on SR5. Don't quote me on that one. TRD off-road takes away the automatic air dam thing. So hope that helps. Let's see. That's a great question, T-Dub. I really should probably get more acclaimed to that. Cameron says, if I find the truck I want but don't have the lift kit, can they roll that into the financing for a future installation? First time buying new. I don't know. You'd have to ask them that. I don't know. Because there is a stop sale, and that's the big thing now. So they might not even do any dealing on it when there's a stop sale. It might be like just nope, nothing right now. So I'm not really sure. Now in your area, Pacific Northwest, I believe you said, there's got to be some Tundras up there that have that lift on it. The 2025s are rolling in hard with that lift. So yes, let's see. Bring back. Gilmar says, bring back cement gray to the lineup. I wouldn't mind that. Lunar's pretty close. Andrew says, sleep on it, man. Throw some merch on there. People love merch. Yes, they do. I guess I should. You know what I'll probably do? My father-in-law makes shirts, right? And he made a few of my like really good shirts. Maybe I'll just use him and send it from here. Andrew, maybe I'll have you run it, buddy. Mr. Tuning says, 84 Hyundai Excel manual transmission, first car. Fun. I like it. Mark, talking about interior platinum in 1794 capstone has real leather. Yes. So you get the genuine leather in the 1794 in platinum, and you get the semi-aniline leather in capstone, which is another higher grade of leather. And they are all heated, ventilated front and rear seats and a memory function for driver. Corey has joined the Tundra Fanatics. So Corey has joined my membership program. So I thank you for joining. I don't remember. I think it's $5 a month, and he's helping out, and I appreciate it. I don't have many members, but the ones I do, I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you so much for joining. Love having someone from Hawaii. Just saying. I'm jealous. So far, I've only seen 25s. Yeah, so 2024 wasn't offered with the TRD 3-inch lift unless you got TRD off-road package. So that's the thing you're going to have to be looking for too, and that'll add a little more cashola to your bottom line. Andrew says, too busy with grad school, but would totally buy a Calvary Blue hat or cement from you. I'm just going to make you one. just for you, buddy, because you always remind me to do these live streams. B. Hallam says, hey, Mark, love the channel. Do you think the engine recalls are done? I don't know. There's a lot of rumors right now. It might be a little extended, maybe into the rest of 23 and into the early 2024s. There's a lot of hearsay. None of it's fact, right? The only fact we know is the 2022-2023 production period that's in the recall, but it's a wait and see game. Either way, if they go into 2024 a little bit, my Tundra was built in February 2024. I'll probably be in it. So I'll take a free engine. I'm down. Whatever. Be good for content. Spent time in a new Pro last week on a road trip from Miami to Idaho. Impressed with the light bar and premium lamps over my 2022 Limited with standard lighting, especially in deer heavy areas. Is it just me? Or are you guys seeing more deer than ever before? My father-in-law, with his beautiful 2023 Tacoma TRD off-road in Lunar Rock, hit a deer, or should I say a deer hit him, and he had to go get body work down the side of his truck, brand new truck. Too many deer. Yeah, the premium auto leveling headlights are good. They do the job really well. I'm a fan of them in my 1794. Hey, dude, Greg says, I met Keith from Dirty Deeds and got a BA muffler, 10-inch stainless. What a great performance and sound. And he knows a lot about Tundras. I'm talking about performance-based, and he's very nice. Keith from Dirty Deeds is one of the coolest dudes ever. So if you guys are looking for an exhaust system, go check out Dirty Deeds, BA muffler. Keith Carty is the owner. Solid dude. All about his product, all about making sure you guys are happy with his product. And I think that's awesome. I saw a deer when I was elk hunting and elk when I was deer hunting. Hey, go figure. My MML got us some deer whistles. No idea if they work, but haven't seen as many deer since I inhaled one with my truck about a year ago. In the Northeast right now, Deer City. DeerCity.org. Unreal. Too many. Most I've ever seen in my life. Like, I go drive into these dealerships, and I leave my house sometimes at 4:45, 5 in the morning, pitch black out, and I got to go through some weird roads to get to the highways I need to get to, and I'm always just ready for them. You'll see, like, them on the side of the road, sometimes not with us anymore, but other times you're just ready for them to dart. Mark, did you see the video I emailed you? I don't know. When did you email it? You could always email it again, and I'll check right after I'm done with the live stream. And I apologize if I didn't see it. Sometimes, man, the emails come in heavy, and I miss a lot. Hey, man, been a fan for a long time. I wanted to ask. Well, thank you. Is 2025 Tundra started delivery in the U.S.? I'm still waiting for mine in Canada. Yeah. We're hot and heavy on the 2025 right now. So they're all over the place down here now. And I'm in New Jersey. So moving north, hopefully Canada very soon. Keep me updated, though. And thank you for watching. Gilmar says, hey, Mark, what changes are you seeing on the 2025 models? The main changes, there's the power up-down tailgate, and that's on the high-end SR5 all the way up to and including Capstone. And on Capstone, Platinum, and 1794, you now get massaging seats. Black headliners on all Tundras, regardless, SR all the way up. The 4x4 badge moved down more on the tailgate. They're on the iForce Max badge, or on the iForce Max Tundras, there's like a zero emissions badge now. That's it. That's the main stuff. And there's TRD Rally on SR5, which is a new package. Cameron says, thanks for all the info, man. I'll keep my eyes peeled for future live streams. Yo, please keep me updated on your search. Don't be afraid to email. If you're on Facebook, the Tundra Dude 34 page over there, Instagram, Tundra Dude 34. If you have questions along the way, message me. I want to help any way I can. I want to make you happy. Mr. Freeman says, any news on if 2025 will have Capstone and Lunar Rock? No, Capstone does not have Lunar Rock. The highest you could get Lunar Rock in is Platinum in 1794. Will do. Thanks again. Yes, sir. Be safe. I'll send it tonight. Yes, please do. I'm very sorry if I miss your messages. It's never personal. I just am my own secretary, and I get behind, So I'm sorry for that. I guess we should call it a live stream. We've been on here for 95 minutes. I hope all of you will hit the like button on your way out. I hope you will, subscribe to the channel. And before I go, let me just give you a little heads up on some of the promo codes we got going on right now. We're still on sparksparts.com for all your Toyota and Tundra part needs. TundraDude34 promo code. It saves you 5%. Check them out. If you like all this Toyota stuff that I wear, the hats, the gear, all that, go to the Toyota Outfitters website. It's the official gear, official apparel, official merchandise of Toyota, TRD, and Toyota Racing. They have everything. All the stuff I wear, that's where it's from. Use promo code TundraDude, all caps, one word, TundraDude. Saves you 25% site-wide. That's some serious savings. And last but not least, you guys know, I'm now partnered with LASFIT. So if you are interested in a bed mat, if you're interested in floor mats, if you're interested in automotive lighting, all you got to do is click my custom link and use promo code TundraDude34, and you save 15%. Win-win. All right? So I thank you guys for being here. And one more time, let's raise our glasses. Get them up. I'll give you a minute. Everybody, pick them up in the air. Even if no one's watching, you got to put it in the air. Cheers to the military and emergency services of the United States and Canada. Thank you for all you do to keep us safe. Thank you to the 18-wheelers, the drivers over the road. Without them, what would we get? Thank you to all of them as well. God bless the United States of America. Thanks for keeping us safe, girls and boys. And for you, the viewers of this channel, thank you for being here. That was one of the funnest live streams I think I ever had, because we were just hanging out, talking, nostalgic stuff. I had a great time. I thank you all for being here. Be safe, be well, smile. That's all I ask you to do. Have a nice positive day tomorrow and go buy a nice Tundra. Or if you already have the Tundra of your dreams, why not throw a part on it? Tomorrow's Friday. It's about to be the weekend. Be safe, be well. BC on the way out, he gave $10 to the channel and said thanks. Hey, thank you for the donation very much. What a fun live stream. I thank you all so much for being here. Be safe, be well. God bless each and every one of you.